Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of the Daily Debate. In tonight's show, we're going to be focusing on the tourism sector for Egypt. Now, Egypt is one of the most prominent and well-known touristic destinations in the Middle East and around the world due to its many touristic attractions and also to its very rich history that spans for over 5,000 years. In the year 2022, Egypt witnesses the 100th anniversary of the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb and the 200th anniversary of the deciphering of the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and the inception of Egyptology in all academia. But before we start talking about this topic for tonight, let's check out the main story making the news today. And President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has received today his Algerian counterpart in Cairo, at the Cairo International Airport. Now, presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said that Algeria's President Abdelmajid Tebboune is on a two-day official visit to Egypt. Radi added that the talks between the two leaders will tackle means of boosting bilateral relations in various domains. The talks will also focus on exchanging views over several regional and international issues of mutual concern. And the two presidents will also discuss the upheaval in neighboring Libya, which failed to hold its first presidential election last month, and the latest developments in the Ethiopian dam dispute. The visit is the Algerian leader's first to Egypt since he took office in late 2019. And joining us now over the phone to shed more light on this visit, we're joined by Ambassador Mohamed Oraby, the former Egyptian foreign minister. Ambassador Oraby, can you hear us, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ambassador Oraby, now the relationship between Egypt and Algeria is quite a historic one. Now, this is the first visit by the Algerian president since he assumed his post and office in late 2019. Now, what is the significance of such a visit, and what are the hopes and aspirations that we should be expecting as a result of this visit?
Yes, I can say that, it is the first visit for the Algerian president, but it is very important and timely, where the Arab nations actually need now deep discussions to tackle all the chronic issues which is prevailing now in our region. Algeria has enjoyed two important elements. The first one, that Algeria was always, instrumental in the African Union, and they are always trying to solve the crisis in Africa in a peaceful manner. In the meantime, Algeria also is an important country in the Arab League, so they can play always a pivotal role in, tackling all the issues which is now in the Arab region. So this visit, I think it will cover a lot of important issues from Africa, from the Arab world, even from the Mediterranean. So I guess this kind of discussion will be important, and it will cover many issues, and I think at the end it will serve the interest of the two nations and also the Arab world.
Mm-hmm. Your Excellency, now, two of the topics that should be discussed during this visit is the situation in neighboring Libya that has failed to hold its presidential elections on December 24th, and also the Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Now, what do you expect as sort of a conclusion that both presidents would reach regarding the situation in neighboring Libya?
I think you just mentioned let us say, two important issues, and I think this will dominate the agenda of the discussion, Libya and Ethiopia. I think for Libya, Egypt and Algeria, they had a common interest, to have a settlement in Libya, and in the meantime, they worked together for many years in order to try to solve this issue. But unfortunately, there are a lot of obstacles and challenges facing the election in Libya. But I think the two countries could also, present a sort of recipe to conclude this election for the benefit of the Libyan people. Of course, the situation in Libya is not easy. It is very complicated and a lot of interference from different countries. But I think Egypt and Algeria could, let us say, present a roadmap for the international community in order to be even imposed, on the different parties in Libya. And now we can reach the pre-election, which is one of the aspirations of the Libyan people. Mm-hmm. For Ethiopia, I think the foreign minister of Algeria, he was here in Cairo 2 or 3 months ago, and he expressed his desire to submit a sort of initiative in order to solve this issue between Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia. I think this is the right time now to embark on a serious discussion between the 3 countries. It could be under the auspices of the African Union and with a sort of initiative coming from Algeria. But anyway, the African solutions, I think it might be a good idea. And I think Egypt always accepts this approach. And we can indulge in a serious discussion from now. And I think this is the right time to have a sort of cooperation between the 3 countries in order to get the right benefits for the 3 countries to share the water of the Nile in very good agreements and abiding agreement for the 3 countries.
Ambassador Mohamed Oraby, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be off to a short break and we'll be right back.